Hello, my name is Oluwa Pelumiawe. I am a YPB Fellow 2018 set. I want to share ideas around the theme redesigning Nigeria's economy with new ideas. Redesigning Nigeria's economy with new ideas. Our problem over the years has been the same, and which is very simple. We consume what we don't produce, and we produce what we don't consume. Very simple problem. And this has kept us in the debt zone for a long time. We were out of it at some point, and we're now back into debt, both at the federal, state, even at the local level. This is critical. It's a mess in the world. And this is not because we don't have natural resources, we don't have mineral resources, we don't have human resources. We have powerful resources in this nation. We have very expensive mineral resources. We have individuals with capacity who have got guts in this nation. Both young and old, everybody is thinking about how to change things. Our nation is loaded with people, and it is evident all over the world. But to see us this low is something we need to check into. And as a matter of fact, for every level, or for every quantity of favor that we seek in the world, we lose the level of freedom. So what must we begin to do to put our nation on track and get a better position in the world and among the community of nations who are doing great things? I think number one thing we need to do is to look into our educational sector. And number one, look at how much is allocated to that sector and to see for ourselves that is pretty low. It has been said that every nation that we strive has to allocate to our budget about 26% of it to the educational sector. But in Nigeria today, it's pretty less than that. We need to really check into that. And also we need to look into what our kids are being taught and what kind of educational system do we embrace. Is it one that encourages recall and cramming, or one that promotes and encourages talent discovery and talent display? Some kids today feel that they don't have a place in the economy because their talent doesn't have a subject, okay? So we need to begin to organize ourselves in the educational sector and look at it pretty well. Number two is we need to most likely adopt what a city in America did. As a matter of fact, a city in America called Detroit was a particular city that had many of its young ones unemployed. And what they had to do, they did many things. But one critical thing they did, which I want to advise, these are cost-effective ways of taking the nation from where it is to where it should be. They did what is called creative conversion. Creative conversion. And this is simple. They had many schools in Detroit that were not used again. What they had to do, what two friends did basically the first time, was they took one of the schools and turned it to a cinema hall for people to come see movies. And before they knew it, that particular place was filled with people from different nations of the world. So part of what we need to begin to do basically, is to check out the museums we have, check out the things we have, and begin to convert those places, begin to convert those museums to places where people will come from all over the world and see for themselves. Okay, so creative conversion is critical, and we need to really go into that. Number three, I think we need to also buy into the idea of what Dubai did. Basically, Dubai invested enough money into technology. Okay, they invested a lot of money into technology because the strength, what gets the youth on, is technology. If we do not invest into technology, we are not preparing our youth for the future. All right, we're not preparing our youth for the future. It's good to prepare the future for the youth, but it's also good that we prepare the youth for the future, because as a matter of fact, what happens is change is noiseless at its earliest arrival. And when people tend to resist change, it's because they fear change and they are not ready for it. So as for us not to be stranded in the future, we need to begin to prepare for change, which is that the future will require more than pencil and paper. The future will require more than pencil and paper. The future will require that we have people who can handle stuff. You have artificial intelligence. Countries are investing into that now. You have Elon Musk doing stuff around cars that won't use petrol again. These are creative ideas that can only be done if the government invests money into young ones to make things happen for them. All right. So these are 3 critical ideas that I feel we need to begin to look into and push ideas on, push our energy on, and see how they will affect our nation and get us better positioned. I would appreciate if I have more time, okay, to come to Lagos, to come speak around these ideas more. And I hope I'll be picked to come speak. God bless this nation. God bless everyone looking at this. Thank you very much for this privilege. Thank you.